video, I'm gonna break down, react, and review Morissette Akin singing Akin. I hope I said that right. Let's sing something. La la la. If you are new to my channel, be sure to like and subscribe and do that little bell icon thing. My channel is to help teach you how to sing. Yeah! So if you want to learn how to sing, you're in the right place. If you just kind of want to know, like, how does my favorite singer do what they do, then you're also in the right place. Today I'm going to break down the vocals of Morissette Akin singing Akin. I'm assuming I will know how to say this by the end of this video, but work with me for now. I actually watched this song, gosh, long time, I mean years ago. I saw it and was blown away. And I did a review of her singing Rise Up, and you guys requested so much that I review this video. So let's get started. Oh, she's getting ready.
Wish 1075.
Bakit hindi mo maramdaman? Ikaw sa akin ay mahalaga. Ako sa'yo'y kaibigan lamang.
Okay, so I love that she's starting off with that, again, that airy kind of sound. So she's got the excess air, and it's deeper back in the chest, so that way, and this is what she's done before, that way when she unfolds her sound, it's bigger, it's bolder, and it's more to the front. But right now, since we're in the beginning, she's pulling the sound back. She's keeping it kind of down here in the chest. She's adding more air, and she's doing that swing. Da 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 da. That. She's basically hitting it and then releasing just a little bit to kind of pull you in. So this is basically within her speaking range. This is probably about the notes and the tone that she speaks in normally. You can kind of hear she's very, very comfortable with it. She's not opening her mouth a whole lot. She's really just kind of telling the story. Now, sadly, I don't know what she's saying, but within just the sound of her singing, I feel drawn into this story of a longing of some sort, something that's laying the foundation for her to start to let loose a little bit more. Okay, so I'm gonna try to pause this at the right spot. Hang on. Oh, there we go. I'm not very good at this. I'm trying to grab it where her tongue drops down. Hang on. There we go. Okay, so as she goes to sing these ah vowels, I want you to see that her tongue drops down and there's a little bit of a crevice right in the middle of it. Ha ha. See that space in there? That tells me that not only is she putting her tongue down for that ah vowel placement, but she's also fully releasing her jaw. It's hard to do that and pull this way or have tension within the jaw. She's really starting to relax that jaw, allow that extra little pocket of space as she's lifting up this area, her nasal pharynx. And also with her vibrato, she's doing Kili, straight tone. Then the vibrato comes in at the very end. This causes, again, that tension where you feel it with that straight tone, and then there's a release as the vibrato comes through. That was like easy for her. Push and pull. So in the beginning of this, again, she's still building up to it. She's adding that excess air with a ha, na, not na, or whatever the word is. It's not in English, so I'm not exactly sure, but she's definitely adding an extra ha, which she's done before. There's a little bit of a guttural behind it, just a hint, but definitely that excess H within there too. So she's going to start opening up more. This is very common for her from videos that I have seen. She's about to really open up some space.
Akin ka na lang ang dinadasal sa araw-araw. Akin ka na lang.
Okay, so I had a lot of questions on the squeak that she just does there, and what exactly is it? I did a little research more into what vocal fry is. It's not a vocal fry. Vocal fry technically is a slower vibration of the vocal cords, which creates a and that's considered traditional vocal fry. With her, it's more of a that kind of, it's basically, and again, you guys, I'm gonna have to practice this or something so that way I can show this example better, but it is slightly a guttural tension. So from her core area of a which makes sense since she does a at the beginning of some of her tones in her words. So it's that that kind of tightness and then release into her tone. And yes, I will practice this. I might even do a whole video on it because she's not the only one that does this. This is coming up more and more common with music nowadays. And it's a style that, shoot, why not learn how to do, right?
Akin ka na lang at maghihintay hanggang akin ka na
Okay, I remember the first time I heard this. I remember that part. I played that little teeny part for people before to show, like when I hear other pop singers and they're like, oh, she's so good. I'm like, oh, really? Check this out. And I like go just to that clip. The rest of the song I haven't heard in a while. But that transition, is amazing. She places the sound that comes right before, and I'm actually going to rewind it. I want you to look at the lift in her cheekbones and a slight flare in the nose before she gets to that note. And that's allowing this upper register to lift and allow the extra overtones to come out, but it also allows the weight to come off of the vocal cords. So we have more space. More space means more vocal cords can stretch. In order to hit those high notes that high, she has to fully stretch those vocal cords. And in order to fully stretch those vocal cords, you need the space in your throat to allow it to stretch. If there's any tension whatsoever, then this throat area is going to close up. And that's why a lot of people have trouble hitting these high notes, because they try to push the high note. And then when you try to push the high note, everything tightens up. And hey, guess what? That space is now smaller and it can't stretch the way that it needs to. So I'm going to rewind it. I want you to check out cheekbones, check out this. As she's lifting, she's thinking, well, she's probably not thinking. Truthfully, it's probably now second nature to her. But if you go for it, I want you to think of the high note here. And then it's already there and then you place from it. And basically, as I teach people whistle tones, sometimes it's to just open up and allow what comes out because you really can't necessarily control it because then you'll be putting more tension on it. It's like a catch-22, I swear. See the lift? And check out her tongue. Her tongue is down. Her tongue is flat. There's still a slight divot. And look at what's going on up in here. She is fully focusing the sound here. Not here, not here, but here, up in that facial frame. And then she swallows, and I really want to point that out because a lot of people swallow way too often. Part of why she's swallowing there is because she just hit a crazy high note, which super stretched out the vocal cords. Now she's about to go into, again, a little bit more of a mixed chestier voice. And it's, when you swallow, it's kind of an easy way to reset those vocal cords. And we say reset, but really what it means is you swallow and they're going to go back to a resting position and then she can stretch them into that mixed. Oftentimes it's easier to stretch out than it is to descend. Kind of like if you're doing a run or kind of run thing. Some people it's easier to descend, some people it's easier to ascend. Most likely with her, it's easier to add in that stretch rather than take it away. I hope I didn't just totally confuse you on that. Oh, okay, sorry, I get all excited. Okay, she just did this, this hand movement here. Now, oh goodness, you guys have me wear these so I can hear better, but then I can't talk. When she does this, a lot of people think it's a scooping and she's building her momentum, but truthfully, really what she's doing is she's dropping her body down as then she shoots the sound up. Most likely when she's singing this and she's standing up, her hands will go down. Her body weight goes down while the thought of the note hits up here. And it's a 50-50. I talk about 50-50 quite a bit in my singing training, is 50% of her energy is heading down, and then 50% of it is heading up and lifting. Okay, so that entire section, I know I just did it really nice and soft, but that's because I don't want to blow your ears out. She has to hold her focus. Da, da, right? Normally when you hit there, you're going to lose focus. Da, da, but she has to keep it there to lead it up. Da, 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 da. She's keeping that focus forward, not losing it. Back to that soft texture. She's able to do that nice little trill because she's still keeping it slightly in the front, but she's going to bring it back more and more.
Wishclusive on Wish 107.5.
throw that on in there with that high note. Man, and again, lifting, 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 sending the sound from here. The rest of her body is dropped down and relaxed. Go ahead and click here for my cheat sheet on how to sing like Morissette Aman. Click here for my other vocal coach reviews of her. And if you're a singer, you want to learn how to sing, come hang out with me in my Facebook group. The link is down below, and I will see you in the next song. La la la.